Dalam setiap perlumbaan Formula 1, pastinya akan ada seorang jurutera teknikal dan pakar dalam pembangunan dan penyampaian fluid technology solutions yang melibatkan pelincir khas, bahan api dan cecair transmisi. PETRONAS Lubricants International adalah sumber teknikal kepada pasukan Formula 1 MERCEDES AMG PETRONAS. Dan kali ini saya bersama Adrian Bell, Jurutera Kanan sokongan Teknikal Permotoran PETRONAS Lubricants International. Thank you, Adrian, for being with us on Astro Wani. Now, I understand that you are involved in the trackside lab of each Formula 1 race, and this is available in each of in the pit garage of the Mercedes AMG PETRONAS team. Tell us a bit more what goes on behind the trackside lab during each race.
Okay, well, as you say, this lab that you can see here goes to every race and every test event. And what we have in here are several instruments. We have an instrument for checking the fuel analysis, one for checking the lubricant, and for checking viscosity as well. Basically, what I'm doing at the trackside is firstly checking all of the fuel that's delivered to make sure it's perfectly in specification. Main reason for that is because there are fairly strict regulations on the fuels. So if we fall outside of those regulations, then we could attract some fairly hefty penalties. So every drum of fuel that comes to the track, I take a sample from, analyse it, make sure that the specification is spot on. It then goes to the team. They refill their Bowsers and subsequently the cars, and further samples are taken at several points throughout the weekend, which is also analysed. So we have a complete audit trail from start to finish, so we know exactly, right up until the cars go out on the grid, that the fuel was perfectly okay. The other side of the analysis that we carry out here is lubricant analysis. Main focus is on engine oils. And obviously the engine is the most highly stressed part of the powertrain, and there are no regulations regarding the engine oils, but what we're doing, we're using the lubricant as a diagnostic medium. So with the modern regulations, engines cannot be stripped down, we can't look inside of the engines, but the engine oil is transported to every moving part within that engine, and it can tell us a story. It picks up microscopic particles of wear metals, which are typically less than 10 microns thick, and they dissolve into the oil. With the instruments that we have in the lab here, we can detect those particles, we can measure the quantity of those particles, and we plot trends, so we know what's acceptable and what's not acceptable. And what we're able to do is advise the engineers how well the engine is standing up, particularly when we have very stressful races like Monza, where you're running a lot of the race on full throttle, and places like Malaysia, Abu Dhabi, Bahrain, Singapore, where we experience very high ambient temperatures. So it's particularly useful there to be able to have a look at the engine. It's the lifeblood, if you like. It's like a health check. It's a little bit like having a blood test at the doctor's. So we can see what's going on and monitor it.
Dan ini pastinya membuka mata peminat Formula 1, di mana mereka dapat mengetahui dengan lebih mendalam apakah yang berlaku di sebalik pit garage Formula 1 team, terutamanya bagi pasukan Mercedes AMG PETRONAS Formula 1 team. Laporan Malik Ridhwan, Astro Wani.